Hey everyone, welcome to the 7 Minutes to Better Selling podcast. We have an exciting conversation planned for all of you. Okay, so the exciting part of today is our guest. We have Mike Collette joining us. Mike is an entrepreneur, a business owner, and he owns one of the most successful gyms in Massachusetts. And that those businesses continue to grow out of that business. So I'm real excited to have Mike join us. So Mike, thanks for being here. Real excited about our conversation. Okay, so with all that in mind, Mike, my question to you is a two-part question. Maybe, like a minute on yourself, if you will, share some of that stuff and like how you get to where you are in this amazing entrepreneurial role that you find yourself in.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot going on. So first off, thanks for having me again, Colin. This is great to be on here chatting with you. My journey starts in obviously in the fitness world. I started as a personal trainer, and I did that for a couple of years, and then started my own company, Prototype Training Systems, home of CrossFit Prototype, so a CrossFit affiliate. We've been in business for 9 years. Over those 9 years, I've been involved in several other business ventures. I've gone through business separations. I've been in sales roles. I've dabbled in the financial services industry and different industries throughout those 9 years. This year, I launched another business that's, like you mentioned, that kind of stemmed from Prototype. That business is called Empowered RX. And so I've been in a bunch of different roles at different capacities, and I've seen things change. Per your question, the biggest thing that I've kind of found, or the thing that's been helpful for me, especially being in the fitness space, is to develop community. And I can't say enough about that. And there's a few things that I'd like to talk about around building communities. One is you're building trust, and as it relates to sales, there's whenever you say that word and someone that's not a salesperson hears it, I think they immediately go to used car salesman. I think that is like the definition that everyone kind of goes to. So
The
if you're able
salesman, or like, it's like this, it has this negative connotation in so many different circles. So yeah,
exactly. But at the end of the day, we're selling every single day. I'm selling my wife on what Netflix show to watch. You might be selling your kids to eat their vegetables. So you're always selling. It's just the perspective. So, but at the end of the day, in order to be successful in sales, you have to create trust, and you have to be able to establish buy-in. But as you establish a community, you start creating relationships within those relationships that you've built. And the more relationships that you're able to create, the stickier it's able to become. And now you have a tribe of people that are followers of you and what you're doing and saying as the leader. So
how were you able to connect, like, not just yourself to them, but them to each other? Like, how have you done such a good job at making all of that stuff work, not just connected to you, but connected to one another and rooting for each other and working with one another?
Well, first of all, I think you need to understand or have a vision for what you're trying to do. And when I started in the fitness space and started Prototype, I wanted to create something that was, I refer to it as exclusively inclusive, meaning that like you feel like you're part of this exclusive club, but it's inclusive to a ton of different people. One. Number two is there's commonalities between the people. And you've probably heard this before. You kind of, the people that you surround yourself with, or the 5 people you surround yourself with, or something like that, is like, that's who you are. So if you establish, this environment of people that you have these shared values, shared connections with, the closer those people are going to become. And then you, as like the leader, and you can even say as like the salesperson, if you're able to make connections with your clients for their needs. So for example, I know Colin is an amazing entrepreneur in himself. He's an amazing leader, and I see an opportunity for him to connect with one of my clients' kids for an internship or a mentorship or something along those lines. I can create that connection, and who knows what spawns from there. If you can help people in other ways that's beyond your job role and job description, you're going to create deeper levels of trust. And if you create deeper levels of trust, that's how you get more referrals, right? So, that all kind of comes back together. But from the bottom line is, if you're coming from a place of help first mentality, that you want to help your clients in a deeper and more meaningful way than just selling them your services, they can have a bigger impact overall.
Man, by the way, Mike, that's a common theme on this podcast is this ability to help your clients get what they want versus you worried about what you want. Okay,
Mhm.
so like take something outside of the industry. Take something outside of like what you do. Like you're a fitness coach. Like people would say Mike needs to help people get better, fit, or eat better. Like because that's what that world's all about. But you're saying Colin needs more services. He might need an intern, and this client of mine needs their son to get some more experience. Those two things meet. They have nothing to do with fitness, and I help them do that. And that's,
Mhm.
like even in the financial services industry, I'm not worried about helping you just get your portfolio right. I'm helping you, with ways that improve your child's life at college while they're there trying to figure out how to get their whatever. That's a
Mhm.
really, really important thought because like the like idea of helping people get what they want is there. How to do it is the
Mhm.
hardest thing. That's what you just nailed.
What are the things that you can do to continue to facilitate those relationships? And again, COVID-19 kind of expedited that a little bit. And now that everyone's kind of used to this kind of Zoom digital format and communicating this way, it's even easier now to make introductions, to set up these sort of meetings all over the world and even make more connections than you may not have been thinking of prior to.
What would you say from an opportunity perspective would be like the core thing or the one thing that you would leave folks with?
So, I think I mentioned it earlier about the community side of things, but also kind of to adding to that is like the culture in which you're creating as the sales person within your client relationships. And if you're able to cultivate, a culture where, this is a normal practice where you're this facilitator and making these sorts of connections, and you are setting yourself up as this person that is doing more for their clients than selling them your services or doing something for them that just pertains to benefiting yourself. It's going to pay major dividends. And you talk about, leading and lagging indicators. We're talking about lagging indicators here. It's putting in that work and doing those things behind the scenes that will lead to better results down the road.
It's awesome. That's awesome. And maybe the like synopsis of all of this is when you're willing to help your clients get what they want and you're willing to do it in things that don't like directly impact the business you're in or the thing that you're selling, you build trust and good selling.